Hello and welcome back to the Colorado Rockies franchise, and welcome to episode 13 here on MLB The Show 21. Currently the Rockies sit at 36-71-9 in their last 10 games. We just had a 16-game losing streak coming off the trade deadline where we finished off our fire sale, trading off the majority of our players who had value and picked up a number of prospects. We can look at our depth chart now and see the future does have some potential with the players that we've been able to acquire. Touki Toussaint, Kyle Wright, Hunter Green could be our 1, 2, 3 in the starting rotation. But currently we sit at 36-70. Like I said, we have the worst record in baseball as a whole, and we would lose our first 2 games against the Chicago Cubs. But we do jump into some actions. We're going to be jumping around the month of August, as Ryan McMahon needs only a triple for the cycle, but would pop out for the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. And we do secure the victory here, scoring 16 runs, an outstanding performance, ending up with 18 runs total. Matt Adams had 2 home runs, McMahon had a big day, and we're going to make a roster move. Ryan Castellani, he's been decent in his long relief role. Chichi Gonzalez has really struggled. Not been great for us, so Castellani will get some chances in the starting rotation, and we'll have to see how he's able to do. So into some more action, this time against the Miami Marlins, as we have Matt Adams up. He strikes out. We were up 6-2 going into the 9th inning. The Marlins scored 5 runs to take the lead, and now it's Sam Hilliard up as he grounds to first base to Aguilar for the second out. So down to our final out on the day, Connor Joe up at the dish. He hits it, and it's a chopper to third base. Easy play, and that will be the final out of the game. So the Marlins come back. Our bullpen blows this one, as it's Robert Stevenson who gets the loss. He gave up 2 runs, was a part of the problem in the bottom of the 9th. Ryan Castellani got the start in this game, had a nice outing, only giving up 1 hit, 2 runs, but it would be Julian Fernandez and Robert Stevenson who would give up the lead. We lose a few more games, and now we head into a game against the San Francisco Giants, a game in which we have a chance to take the lead in the late innings. It would be Sam Hilliard grounding out. Now Connor Joe sends this one. He gives it a ride out to left field to the warning track, but the catch is made, and the San Francisco Giants secure the victory as we drop another game and continue to lose. Touki Toussaint, who we acquired in the last episode from the Braves, only able to go 4 innings, and not a great outing for him. So into our next game as we'll be taking on the Giants, and Austin Gomber has a no-hitter through 6 innings. This one is grounded to Hampson at second base, so 2 outs in the 7th inning for Austin Gomber. His best start of the season so far, I can say, pretty much with a decent amount of confidence. This one is hit to deep right field, but Raimel Tapia makes the play, so only 6 more outs for Austin Gomber to secure the no-hitter. Into the bottom of the 8th, this one is popped up. Hampson underneath it, and 5 outs to go for Austin Gomber, as he has 8 strikeouts so far as well. This one is hit deep into right field. Tapia will go back, and it is over his head. Will get down, and this will be a 1-out triple to break up the no-hitter, as Austin Gomber loses his no-hit bid and goes 7 1/3, as his day would be done after this. But an outstanding outing for him, flirted with some history there. In the 11th inning, though, the Giants came back, but there is a lead as Sam Hilliard hits it deep as we retake the lead, his 12th on the season. And we'll get a second look at where this one ended up landing. I'm not sure if you were able to tell there, but it makes a loud clunk off of the pole out in right field. That probably was out of the stadium if it doesn't hit the pole. Robert Stevenson now on for the save attempt as he's into the closer role, taking over for Daniel Bard, as this one is popped into left field. Hilliard under it for the first out of the inning. 2 outs to go as it's a 2-2 count for Brandon Crawford as he pops this one into center field, as it'll be Jonathan Daza underneath it, and we're 1 out away from the win. Darren Ruff up at the dish, 0-2 count. It's hit to Matt Adams, who flips it to Stevenson, and we secure the final out and get the victory As nice work there from Stevenson, an easy 1-2-3 inning, outstanding outing from Austin Gomber. Sam Hilliard hits a home run as well, as we saw. Castellani wins a start against the Giants, and then we suffer an injury as Chris Owings breaks his shin, will be out 1 to 2 months. And the only guy we had on our 40-man roster who was a position player was Alan Trejo, so he gets called up to the majors. Now in the bottom of the ninth, a chance to walk it off against the Padres as Drew Pomeranz gets Ryan McMahon swinging there. Now Sam Hilliard goes down, both of them go down on the knuckle curve from Drew Pomeranz, as we will head into the 10th inning now. And the bunt attempt, it is an excellent play as it gets past McMahon into the outfield, so a run will score. Excellent bunt there by Fernando Tatis Jr. to give the Padres the lead. Now this one is popped up into right field. Underneath it will be Garrett Hampson as he fires it home, but the throw will come up short, so the Padres secure another run as we're now down 4-2. And Daniel Bard on as he throws down low, 98 miles per hour. And this one is hit to Brendan Rodgers at shortstop. Easy throw to first base, and we will head into the bottom of the 10th now, as we're going to need 3 runs if we want to walk it off. Taylor Motter was called up in the last episode. He's up with 2 on. Full count, he sends it deep to left field, but an easy routine play underneath it, and we will not test the arm. So still 2 runners on first and second with 2 outs for Alan Trejo as he sends this one into center field. Decent drive underneath it, but it will be caught short of the warning track as the Colorado Rockies suffer another loss, and the Padres continue their hot second half of the season. Raimel Tapia, Taylor Motter, and Elias Diaz all have a hit, but we aren't able to secure the victory. Another roster move is we're going to send Antonio Santos down to AAA and call up Touki Toussaint. He hasn't been great in the majors this year with an ERA nearing 7, but at AAA he has been very good with an ERA at 2.66, and he'll get some chances to have a start or 2 and see how he is able to perform. On the waiver wire, we find a decent potential reliever, and we place a claim on him. We do end up adding Spores to our organization as just another bullpen arm, but a roster move here, we're going to be designating Daniel Bard for assignment. He started the year as our closer, but just has struggled as the season has gone along. He's regressing a lot, and we add Jorge Alcala to the Major League roster as well. So Brian Gonzalez will be out a few months as we lose 8-5 to the Chicago Cubs, now sitting at 42 and 83. We had 9 hits, but weren't able to do much with it as Touki Toussaint really struggled, only able to go 3 1/3, giving up 7 runs. And we're hoping he can turn it around. Him and Kyle Wright were both more of high potential lottery pick type of deals in the trade with the Braves to try and hope one of them could work out. Cubs starting pitcher only able to get 1 out in that start, and then we lose 10-9. Cody Bellinger hits a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th inning as Senzatella gives up 6 runs in his start. In the bottom of the 9th, this one is an easy play as the throw goes to Taylor Motter playing some first base. Robert Stevenson then follows that up by hitting Gavin Lux, so the bases will be loaded with 1 out for Austin Barnes, who goes down swinging on the slider. An excellent pitch there by Robert Stevenson. Justin Turner misses on the high heat, sitting at 97. 1-2 count down in the zone, and it's hit to Motter, who bobbles it, but is able to get the final out. Another excellent outing for Robert Stevenson as our new closer. As high leverage situation, he's able to work out of it and secure the save. Kyle Freeland had a nice start there. And then looking at some other relievers, just targeting on the waiver wire to try and add some depth, we place a claim on Domingo Tapia and Norwood as well. Touki Toussaint strikes out 7 in 4 innings, but still not great in that outing. And then we would end up releasing Daniel Bard from our organization. I didn't really feel like sending him to AAA, as what does that really do for us? I don't see him staying beyond this year. Now Jorge Alcala on as he strikes out Charlie Culberson with the high heat. Excellent pitch there. Now Sam Huff, as that one is at 98 up in the zone, comes back down low at 98, and then 0-2 count. This one inside, excellent pitch as Huff goes down swinging. Alcala was sitting at 98 the entire time. Man takes off, and for some reason the catcher throws it to the second baseman. Hampson a little short and not expecting the throw, and it's a walk-off error as Leotis Taveras scores the game-winning run. Don't know what I was thinking there, just pressed the wrong button, but we're not going to talk about that. So we get into September and have our September call-ups. We're going to call up Kyle Wright to the major league level, who's been pretty decent at the minor league level at AAA, and then also add Colton Welker, who's been very good for us at AAA. We would add Chris Owings to the 60-day DL in order to open a 40-man roster spot for Colton Welker. So in the first game in September, we lose by 1 run. We get walked off in the bottom of the 9th as Stevenson blows the save there. A disappointing outing from him. And then against Atlanta, we do pick up the win as Touki Toussaint beats his former team, and a pretty good outing, not anything super special. But we follow that up by losing 12-0 as Austin Gomber and every pitch we saw appear in that game allowed a run. Castellani has a very nice outing as we face German Marquez. He doesn't give up a run in his first outing against his former team, the Colorado Rockies. So moving through September, don't expect us to stay in season 1 much longer. Probably one more episode after this. But Touki Toussaint on the mound once again as he gets the loss there against the San Francisco Giants. He ends up only able to go 4 innings, gives up 4 runs, and we're going to send him into a long relief role and give Kyle Wright a chance to have some starts in our rotation. Still losing a lot of games as we move forward. We lose this one 17-0, but there is one big thing you may notice there, as we did not get a hit all day. Aaron Nola throws a no-hitter against us. 2 walks prevent the perfect game. He had 8 strikeouts, and we gave up 17 runs, so about as bad of a game as you can possibly have. Yency Almonte may be the only positive there, as he gets 1 out without allowing any runs. Then our next game, we do pick up the victory. An outstanding outing from our pitching staff. Kyle Freeland gives 7 one-run innings, and now we sit at 49-95. We have the worst record in all of the National League, as we're 2.5 games worse than the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the other divisions, Minnesota leads, and then the Orioles just barely have a worse record than us by only half a game. So it's really a competition between us to see who will end up with the number 1 pick in next year's draft. I would love to get the first pick and have our real choice of which player we want to pick there to really help build our future as well. I would say Sam Hilliard's probably been our best hitter of the guys that weren't traded away and that are still on the team. Brendan Rodgers has regressed a decent bit since the start of the season. Jorge Alcala with an ERA up towards 9, not what I wanted to see from him, but I think with time he could develop and be a decent player for us. Chris Russin and Tim Collins, both nice, as we added them later on in the year, and they have had nice outings for us. So in August, we really struggled once again, losing the majority of our games there. Not a strong start to September as well. Do pick up a few wins, and the next episode will be the final episode of season 1. I think we're going to have a start for Kyle Wright against the Atlanta Braves, along with a start for Touki Toussaint, and see what we're able to do, see those 2 prospects against their former teams, and just get an idea of what this team could look like in the future. I expect Colton Welker will probably get a start as well. But I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more of the Colorado Rockies franchise. I will be streaming the off season. Gonna have to find a day that works best for that, but I'll let you know more about that in the final episode of the season. Like I said, I hope you did enjoy. I'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.